David Burrows' top picks tonight have two in them that hit all-time highs today. We'll start with AltaGas. Last purchase was December 5th of last year at $32.36, but you're recommending it here again at an all-time high.
This is a position we've been adding to for a long time. We've used it as top pick cut 2 or 3 times. The core theme in this market is dividend growth, and this fits solidly in the energy infrastructure camp where you've got an oil boom going on and they need more infrastructure. And AltaGas has gathering, they've got processing, they've got storage, and they've got utility. So they're basically in this whole energy infrastructure area. The dividend yield's 4.5%. They bumped the dividend this week by 4%. They're paying out less than 50% of their cash flow. They have lots of growth opportunities in each of their businesses with long visibility as to the cash flows. So we think it plays very well into an environment where you've got questionable long-term economic growth. This is a key secular theme, and it gives us dividend growth.
Sandstorm Gold has been around for a while. Some describe it as a mini Franco-Nevada, a mini Silver Wheaton on the gold side, hitting an all-time high today. When and why did this hit your radar? Why is it a top pick?
Well, we really like the royalty structure in investing in precious metals. As somebody said to us recently, rarely does a gold company come into production on budget and on time. And when you invest, as Sandstorm does, in buying a stream of gold production or a royalty, it really doesn't matter. They're getting paid one way or the other. So Sandstorm's is quite like a Franco-Nevada, except a lot smaller, and they've got a different portfolio. They got 7 different investments. They've just raised $150 million, which gives them liquidity to do additional deals. They'll grow their share of production from about 35,000 ounces this year to about 65,000 ounces by 2014. And basically, it's just a play on gold, and they get upside in the investments that they make in companies. If the companies are able to expand production, they need to make no further investment to get additional revenue.
BNN interviewed the CEO of Sandstorm Gold last week, Nolan Watson. You can find that on our website if you haven't seen it before, bnn.ca. iShares MSCI Mexico Investable Market ETF, EWW. You bought this most recently, I guess a couple of days ago, $66.29. What is it about Mexico that you like right now?
So we like, when we look globally, Europe is really not a place we're highly focused. Asia really has not shown any sign of turn. North America has been the strongest part of the world. Mexico is very interesting in that you're basically getting a call on the U.S. economy for manufacturing. You've got a strong domestic market. You've got a very young domestic market, youngest of the developed countries from a consumer standpoint. Debt is under control there. They went through their debt crisis years ago. Debt to percentage of GDP is very low. And they have the strongest industrial production growth really in the developed world. They're continually seeing expansion. So we like the proximity to the U.S., that they benefit from the liquidity that the Fed's pushing into the U.S. system. And it gives us a little bit of exposure tactically using an ETF to that market in a diversified way.
What kinds of companies are in here? Is it sort of you provided with a broad array of Mexican companies? Well,
there's very good exposure to the consumer, you know, like companies like Coke FEMSA, and then there's exposure to the banking system, which is in pretty good shape, Santander. There's very good diversified exposure to a young, growing economy.
And this ETF looks like it's pretty well near an all-time high. Thanks, David. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
David Burrows, thanks for joining us tonight and for all your calls and emails and contributions to the show. As always, you can follow me on Twitter if you like, @MarkBuntingBNN. We will see you tomorrow night. Good night for now.